Okay, we have hit the go live button. You know what that means? We are live. As they say in the business, we're live. And I'll just hit the disky notification for everybody too. And we got some the void. You've heard of the void. You've heard of the noid. Welcome to the void. I'm a little worried that I'm getting a wee bit sick. I Hi. That emote gets me every time. Just like, hi, I'm here. Hello. It cracks me up. Maybe I should move my chat box. Move that to the bottom right corner. Maybe make it a wee bit bigger. Send another message. Let's double check this. Is it big enough? It's legible on screen. Maybe we move that over here, kind of. When are we playing Mario again? That's a great question. When do you want to play Mario again, Daft? Because I'm more than happy to do it. I just don't think about what I'm gonna stream until I get home, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I could play more Hades or Cairn or Zomboid, and Zomboid's been winning that fight consistently. Open all week. Let's go Thursday. Let me double check my work schedule real quick. Thursday. Yes. Okay, let's do Thursday. I think Friday I gotta double check the work schedule. I want to see Mario dancing. Sorry, I also have. Shouldn't have checked this on stream, BH, but you know how it goes. Um. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll plan for Thursday. Yeah, that should work. I don't have a whole lot in person, so I shouldn't be too drained. I can try and be bad at Mario again. You know me. I'm. You were certainly getting a lot more done when we were playing. Works for me. Sick nasty. Okay. Backwards long jump Thursday. To backwards to long jump to jump Thursday. Yeah. I think you got the title. I think you preloaded my title for Thursday. What's today? Monday? It's not much, but it's honest work. I wish I had more work. I don't. Not with my real job. This is my fun job. I clock in at 6 p.m. my time and say, yes, this is my fun job. I spend 3 hours or so. I'm my own boss. I get to say, actually, you suck. You're fired. But hey, you know, we're almost at a be your own boss. Yes. to get some mods for Mario so I can play as Mega Man or Sonic. It's not a bad idea. Sonic. I love Sonic. Let's get to Zomboiden. I wanted to get warmed up. Wanted to get the banter engines going just a wee bit. Trying not to make my microphone, my Michael-phone. You've heard of John Apple. What about Michael Phone? Is this anything? But yeah, how much progress did we have in Mario? We hadn't done that much, if I recall. It was how many stars did we end with? I know that I'd gotten pretty far, like with the 16-star techniques. You know, me and my techniques. Lady screaming? Come on, girl. Get your shit together. Take some rope. Vice grips, I think. Oh, good. My ad's about to start. I was putting off getting started until that showed up, but good stuff. Good stuff. Anyways, what did I get up to today? I did not sleep very well last night, guys. I gotta be honest. I had just a terrible night's sleep. I tried to... Like, I woke up at 2, and I was just... I was wired. I couldn't get back to sleep. I was kind of baffled that I woke up at that time and was just like, oh yeah, I'm fine. A woman should go into the woods and primal scream. Very true. Everyone should be allowed to primally scream into the air. We live in a society, damn it. We should be allowed to primally scream. Also, I think our plan, what we're going to end up doing today, or longer term, now that we have an idea of where we want to set up, I think we're going to start disassembling a bunch of junk, really. Just around the houses, try and level up our carpentry. Maybe we can go to one of the libraries or schools around here. If we can get 1 or 2 of those, and actually get some knowledge, some books, that would make a huge difference. Even though I took Slow Learner, which was a bad idea in retrospect. Maybe I should not have done that. Ooh, a scythe. Just probably one of the worst decisions, because like reading very important. Stock certificate. Duh. Turn your high IQ into big bucks. Ah, good. Scams. Oh, hi. Thank you. I need this tea. Thank you, honey. There we go. It's great. Thank you. But yes, as I was saying, I think the plan longer term, not longer term, longer term is try and find out what our next possible step is. Ooh, a razor. Try and find out what our next possible step is for knowledge. I guess I'll take some earbuds too. Aviator glasses, yes, I can look like a dink. $47 generators in my generator account. Yes, yes, you get it. I genuinely think that we have so many generators. We can just kind of tote them around. We need to make sure to drop one off by the gas station at some point. That's a for sure. Just because we need to put gas in it. And be sure that we don't run into any issues like, oh, I used all my gas and now I can't turn the generator on. Because that would be very unfortunate. Wow, it's storming up a. I mean, it's storming up a storm. Mid-July storms, mid to late July storms. At least it can wash off all the blood. It can't wash the sins away, though. The sins will remain. 47 sins in my sin account. Satan be like, Michael phone? I feel like I should just have every TV on Life and Live. It should be on, and it should be on Life and Living at all times. Every damn day. Do I need more tweezers? Rolling pin. Yes, that means that we can make... That means we can start making bread. God, a sourdough starter in the apocalypse would go so hard. I think it would be fun if there were a very small chance of finding the house of someone who recorded everything from TV on VHS, like that one lady who recorded the news. Ooh, that would actually be a great random event, actually. I think that that would be... It would certainly be notable. Like the events... Welding rods? Okay, we can get some welding stuff. I don't know what, like, any of this stuff is, though. Pliers, caliper. What do you use a large hook for? Hell if I know. Welding torches. Ooh. Couple of car maintenance items. important car maintenance items. But yeah, a sourdough starter would go so hard in the apocalypse. Just imagine being like, I haven't eaten anything that's actually flavorful for 6 months, and now I get the opportunity to eat sourdough. You can make sourdough starters from wild yeast. Oh yeah, there's that. There's lambic, that beer. Where they do that with like a berry, or what is it? It's like a berry mash type deal for it. You don't have to like obtain a starter; it would be totally feasible. It's just that your mileage may vary when it comes to the taste. Lambic is good. Lambic is probably one of the best. Probably one of the best beers I've had. I'm so glad they added basements in this patch too. You never find anything in them, but they're exciting. I need to grab those tweezers again. But yeah, I just love the flavor of a lambic. I'm not much of a... Like, I enjoy a beer. I certainly enjoy a beer. But I don't find that I'm like, I gotta have a beer. Unless it's like a lambic or... I'm gonna say a sour, like fruity beers. I just like ciders a lot, comparatively. Eat this pork chop. We're still gaining weight too. I don't want to gain too much weight, but I do want my character to be nutritionally fulfilled. Start collecting CDs too. Man, CDs would go... Physical... I forgot just how nice physical media felt. It just... Like, throwing a... Throwing a VHS tape in... In the reader. Just... It went hard. Hairy foot. My favorite Bigfoot clone. Ooh. This person did have a bunch of VHS tapes. And magazines, just in boxes. But yeah, I'm much more of a cider enjoyer. If I'm gonna be drinking... Called shot. You did call it. I hadn't even checked that. Empty tin cans. Who the hell is... Ah, yes, my office, where I crack into 6 cans of tuna fish. I love the tuna fish. I think we don't need any more magazines right now. Where the hell is this bathroom? Oh, it's down here. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. We can make a firebomb out of hairspray, so I am gonna grab that. Also, the hair gel might be fun. Could be fun. Oh, I've totally Turbo burnt my... Yeah. We'll just, leave that outside. I completely forgot that I had food in the oven. Oops. That's a classic experience. Ooh, I can make a burger. I have buns in the not the oven. I have buns. Pack of hamburger bun. I mean, you know, it's just a plain old burger. Polly, give me a burger with nothing on it. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. I don't feel like people are huge on... I didn't keep my maintenance magazine, did I? Did I finish that? I did. Okay. Regular whetstone. I'll grab one of those too. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, as a kid, did anybody be like, I hate vegetables. Give me a burger that's just bun and meat. That's all I want. Create burger. How many wait, is that multiple patties? Triple burger. The 4-patty burger. The Flying Dutchman minus the Dutchman. Mmm. Burger time. Covered in blood, eating burger. Yeah, I remember being like, I hate vegetables. I don't like onion. Which, and like, you know, I can understand not being the keenest on raw onion. There are some times where I'm like, I don't really want the raw onion right now. There are better options in this very moment. But grilled onion, now that goes hard. Anytime I see the option for grilled onion, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be eating. Is good. Yes. I love a bit of grilled onion. Just onion raw? Nah. Onion cooked? It just... I love it. I can't tell you why, because I can't pinpoint that myself. Is it the sweetness? Is it the savory? I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I do love to eat it. All right. Carol, you're tired. Go snooze. Hopefully you can actually get a restful night's sleep for once. Maybe you can get a better night's sleep than I did last night. Up from like... Wow, we went to bed at like... How long? Maybe I took some terrible skills because you really want to have the option to... Maybe I need to set an alarm. What's the alarm on my watch? Set alarm. I'm going the wrong way. Let's do 5:50 in the morning. Maybe we can catch some woodcraft, and maybe afterwards we can get some more sleep. We got a classic summer storm going on. Glad I'm not trying to drag the bodies in this weather. I'm glad we've cleared out enough of this neighborhood to not really be too concerned, too. This person has some absolute garbage in their trunk. I know wire is useful. How many bags full of bags you got in here? My God. Philosophical quotes from Confucius. I love listening to that on my ride into work. I love listening to quotes and disassociating. What a grand old time. Does this thing have gas in it? I don't think it does. Nope, okay. Rope is a useful material. I really hope they add the option to make rope. Maybe not shoot it, but... They already have stone napping, which to me is like... That's a really intense... like flint napping. That's a pretty intense activity for a sim of a more casual variety. Although this, it's somewhere in the middle for Zomboid. To be perfectly honest, it is a. It tries to ride a very fine line of like. This game is serious, but also like accessible. Something Factorio and Satisfactory, I think, are a little less approachable for. I do wish that our house had a fireplace, but I don't think I care enough to move houses. Love a fireplace. Yes. I've been pretty sad that they're going the way of the dodo. A wood-burning fireplace just... It has such a good aesthetic. It just feels good. It's so cozy. I feel like humans in general just absolutely love fire. I know I do, at least. Am I burning my bacon? No, okay. It's almost done. Bacon in the morning. That really burns my bacon. Okay, yeah. You're cooking with that one. You're overcooking the bacon, but that isn't too much of a sin. At least in my eyes. I care a little less about that than some people. Y'all remember Epic Mealtime? I know I've talked about it a couple of times, but isn't it just wild how obsessed culturally we were with bacon? Was that a psyop? Was that something pushed by Big Bacon? Big Pork? Who's we? Big Meat? Yeah. Big Meat is what they called me back in high school. They did not do that. Ooh, they got leather coats? What the hell? Just a ton of leather jackets and coats? I don't want to wear one of these. Yeah. This is actually a huge boon for us. Like, if we decide we want to get into tailoring or anything, all of these jackets and coats are great for scrapping. Look, you handed me the big meat. That's what she said, etc., etc. I try not to use those jokes too frequently, but sometimes it's just too great of an opportunity. I could also take these hangers or these clothing racks. Can I store stuff in these? Does it have to be clothing? Did this person get, like... Did they get rich off of making leather jackets? I mean, I respect it. At least more than most other homes, I guess. At least homes around here. Did I just hear my car backing up? Did I turn off my car? Let's make sure of that. Nope. Don't waste gas. Okay, well, it's probably a little too warm to wear the leather jacket. Once we get into the winter, though, we'll be very aesthetic. Anyways, what I mean to say about Big Meat, it does very much feel like Epic Mealtime was... In retrospect, it's like, were we really all like that susceptible to viral marketing? A barbell? We can start doing squats and stuff at home, I guess. Or history's worst epidemics. That's a funny find in this game. Guess I'll take some towels too. Just how long did we say? Yeah, let's all get really into bacon. The narwhal bacons at midnight and all that. Does anyone else narwhal bacon at midnight? Ooh, that's a way better backpack than the one that we have. Hiking bag? Yes, please. We'll just dump all of the stuff that we have in it into the other bag. I literally did not see any of this because I centered my personality around music, I guess. Well, yeah, I was more of sorry, the boxing gloves are sending me. I spent way too much time on the internet as a kid. I've gone over this. I was an iPad baby. I was the proto iPad baby, as I had said. Very socially isolated generally, other than YouTube, which in hindsight probably stifled my growth just a little bit. But you know, I'm doing better now, I think. I'm pretty sure. I certainly feel like I'm a little bit more sociable. Oh, you know what? I also need to go... Where did I have... Yes, we need to go to Granite Street and get a couple of things from our previous character that beefed it within like 20 minutes. Gotta go get the generator manual. Gotta get... I think we had a couple of things. We may end up doing a Molotov run in this session as well. You know me, I love burning things. Where am I? Okay. Next left. I believe it's this house. Oops. But yeah, we'll just we'll pull into the neighborhood here and go on. Oh, they got the video store here too. My character gets bored, we can throw on the same 6 movies to watch. Maybe I shouldn't back in unless I'm willing to cause a large kerfuffle. I don't believe it's in this house. Although I think our previous character... Yep, there they are. Do we have a lore reason to do any of this? No, not at all, actually. However, we had enough stuff that I was like, you know, might as well. Who the hell is Jeanette? Why should I care about a woman named Jeanette? Was it here? No. Baseball bat, though. We'll go with Carol as having, impulses. Excuse me. The voices in her head are winning. The zombies are not in her walls, though. We've done a pretty good job of making sure that the zombies have not been in the walls. Do we think that we can clear out these guys? I think so. All that matters is getting them knocked down quickly and not getting surrounded. As long as we don't get exhausted, it's fine. And being able to take a second or two between swings. +1 long blunt. Ideal. How much does that put us at? That's 2 long blunt. Success. We take that. Even if it's a minor win, we still take the dubs. You know, these houses are kind of nice. They're smaller, but they're kind of quaint. A little cute. Yippee! The little dubs. They look like Sims houses extremely. Oh yeah. They are very much Sims house. Jug of vinegar. Ooh, we got some stuff here. Whisk. I don't know if you can actually use the whisk for anything, but good enough for me. I can just eat an onion? I can just eat a raw onion? Mmm. Delicious. Who doesn't love a little bit of raw onion? But yeah, some of the early builds of Zomboid looked even more like Sims. Like Sims 1-ish. Like everybody it was very tile based. Everybody you just kind of it was a little Minecrafty even. Like Sims and Minecraft had a zombie baby. A zombaby, if you will. Zombino. Zombino the kid. Stumbling into that hiking bag was actually a huge boon for us, too. Being able to carry around this much junk, pretty nice. I think it was this house that had the generator manual. Oh wow, it's been long enough that the zombies have turned into bones. Hopefully we can strip down all the rest of the zombies before they also turn into bones, because sometimes they have good stuff. I know in earlier builds, a lot of them would Sorry, collecting my thoughts. I know in a lot of the earlier build, they would have more like beta blockers and stuff. More medicine, like painkillers. They definitely still have plenty of... What am I saying? They still have plenty of cigarettes. That's the one. Sorry, I feel like my glycogen is not the highest as well. I could certainly have a better philosophical quotes from the Buddha. I could definitely have more coherence in the banter, in the brain. But I've had a little bit of a long day, and also I'm tired. Been sleepy today. It's okay, thank you. I definitely... Another crowbar? I think I do want another crowbar just on hand. There's a lot of burned bodies in here, huh? But yeah, I'd been sleeping okay recently, but if you've been sleeping okay, you really notice a bad night of sleep. Sticks to the brain. It's what, 7 p.m.? Almost 7 p.m. IRL too. That's not too bad. We will have a generator and a manual by the end of this stream, and hopefully we get the opportunity to do a little bit of fire kiting. Call it a fire dance, perhaps. I need to get used to the 24-hour clock a little bit more. What happened to our generator manual? Did I leave that on the floor? I swear it was around here somewhere. It's easy. Take 1 away from the first number and 2 from the second number. Minus 12. It is not yet time, minus 12. Bowl of rotten soup. Except for 9, you have to pretend it's 11, and 8 p.m. you have to pretend it's 10. Huh? I don't think I get that one. Look, I'm a streamer. I'm not here to do math. I'm here to smash zombie brain in. I don't often explain my poetry. It is certainly poetry. Also, hi goats. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hey, what happened to that generator manual? I didn't leave it in here, did I? Box of light bulbs? Okay, we'll take that. "21 is 9, so I have to pretend the 2 is a 1 to remove the 1. The second number is 11 to remove 2. Okay, I think I get you. The zombies have taken the manual so they can get their lights going. I would be really pissed if they did. I would be a little annoyed. I swear it was in one of these houses. I feel like it was this one. Did I tell you why? No. Did I leave it on the floor? I have a tendency to do that. I probably missed it leaving it on the floor, let's be real. You think the zombies took the manual so that they could get a rave going? Get that zombooty bumping? I swear it was around here somewhere. Did I just decide to be the world's biggest fool? There's one thing we know about zombies, it's that they love dancing. That's true. That's just factual. At least according to the Thriller music video. True! Extremely true. If there's one thing I know about zombie Michael Jackson is that he loved dancing. And if there's one thing I know about that biopic, it looks like shit. How to stop a wife from leaving? My God. That's depressing. You think that's like one of those incel books? Do incels actually like take the time to read books? Yuck. Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. Yeah, they do allegedly read. That's why pickup artists are always trying to sell courses to them. Well, that we know why pickup artists are trying to sell courses to them. It's because they do make money. How what would you say is the most common job that you'd expect an incel to have? I want to say software dev, but that requires you interacting with a lot of people. So it makes me like it's very easy to punch down / up at software devs. Not because I think that software devs deserve to be punched towards, but because it's a big field and there are many people in that field. There's got to be. It's like you can't say, oh yeah, underwater basket weavers are the most notorious victims of pickup artists. Like maybe like 3 guys are that happen to work in that field. And again, I'm not saying if you're a software dev, you're a bad person. That'd be silly. That would alienate like the entirety of the Twitch audience. And 12-year-olds. Let's not forget the 12-year-olds. I'll piss off all of the people on Twitch. Nothing wrong with being 12 years old or a software dev or 12-year-old software dev. I know that people I know that kids make games in Roblox. Always got to have that child labor, am I right? It's the best kind of labor because they don't know what they're doing. I swear it was in this closet that we found it. Did it despawn because I left it on the ground? 12-year-old software devs are on Roblox? Yeah. Yeah, the 12-year-olds do be making games in Roblox. Did I really screw myself? Aw, man. This stinks. What's the name of this game, silly? Yeah. Was it this one? That's where a generator is, I think. I would really like it if I could actually find the generator manual again, rather than grinding out electrical levels. How long would it take to get that electrical? Is it 3? Oh, that's... yeah, that'll be... We'll have to dismantle like a dozen TVs and read the books. This tea is exactly what I needed. Thank you again, honey. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of your hard work. Man, we had the luckiest spawn of all time. We borked it. Wouldn't it be just incredible if I had fully borked it? W words of affirmation. Yeah. Look, you gotta show appreciation to the people in your life. Everybody deserves a little compliment. I'm all about that. Where was the generator? Just around the corner? We'll just, we'll get in position for it. But yeah, anybody read the 5 love languages? It's what, Gary Chapman? Is that the guy's name? That guy is such a... If you look into him at all, you will find out exactly how terrible of a guy he is. Like, sure, the 5 love languages can be like a good babies first. No one talked to you about how like human relationships work kind of deal. Wait, is the generator manual in this house? Why did I put a lock on this one? Please tell me it's in here. Guys, I don't think your smile, your kiss. And a CD player. There we go. One more thing for the pile. Is it because the generator's down in the basement here? No. Anyways, yeah, Gary Chapman is a hack. That guy wouldn't know shit from a butt. He's all of what he brings up in his book are just like, okay, well, you don't know how human interaction. Oh, this is where I put my guns. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't think we need all these pistols, actually. Oh, I didn't take out the magazines either. Did I really not? Okay, well, obviously we gotta... Gotta take out the magazines. The magazines are worth more than the guns themselves. Anyways, continuing, Gary Chapman is a hack. The guy, every example of the 5 love languages are just like, hey, check it out, Jenny. Your husband treats you like shit, but don't leave him. He'll get better. Also, make sure to fuck him more. He's really upset. He's really upset and doesn't feel loved. He wants more sex. Give him more sex, even if you don't feel comfortable with that. Like a story in one of the earlier editions that they promptly removed was an example of a woman saying, I don't really feel comfortable. Like, our relationship is not very healthy, and I don't really feel comfortable having sex with him because he treats me poorly. And Gary, in all his wisdom, said, well, maybe you should do that anyways. It's a wife's duty to satiate her husband. It's just like, bro, this ain't it. It's kind of pathetic. The way that you push this mindset. He's also like a fundamentalist Christian, which is They talk about him being like a pastor and stuff, but you got to take the full context. And let me tell you, the full context does not paint him in a good light. I also bring it up because one of the first books that like I read about psychology was Gary Chapman's Love Languages. And I thought it was important. Really, the best use case for it is, where do you feel like you're lacking in your love? Where do you feel like, because everybody likes a little bit of everything. Let's be real. Some of it is more important than others, so obviously you got to pay more attention to that. But like, you can't. Which house in this neighborhood was it? I swear, if I actually lost that book, I'm going to cry. It'll be silently and inside, but I will perform. I'll be performative in my sadness, just for you guys. I don't think I could cry on command, though. That's a little too much for my acting capabilities. I gotta go over this place one more time. It's not in the... Please, it's not anywhere. I need this. Maybe it despawned because I took too much time, too. That would really suck. Which is very plausible considering the guys are skeletons. That'd be awful. It would be exactly what I deserve. I procrastinated too long. But yes, where am I going with this? If you really struggle with the idea of understanding how people love and like human connection, that's fine. Everybody struggles. It's okay to reach out. I would highly recommend, if you do read Gary Chapman's stuff, keep in mind the kind of individual he is and his background. Tangentially related, I started reading a book that my brother lent me because I was like, hey, I see that this is on your bookshelf. What did you think about it? It's a guy named Patrick King's How to Read People Like a Book. And I gotta say, it feels like it's written by a guy that has never written a book before. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. Can I make this work? Maybe. Okay. The long blunt levels are going good. Yay, our favorite weapon is now the crowbar. 555 zombies killed. Some whiskey. Somebody threw a party in here. But yes, Patrick King's novel, book, air quotes, I feel like is just a terrible attempt at selling his consulting business. And I think whatever whatever that guy was trying to do, I think he did poorly. I would sooner recommend pretty much any other book about how to like hell, I'll say read How to Make Friends and Influence People. That's the classic, right? That's the classic in that genre. But yeah, I decided read one chapter of it and I was like, this guy has repeated the same thing like 6 times, and then in the summary at the end of the chapter said pretty much everything. I said to Knife after reading it for like 20 minutes, I was like, so I wasted 15 minutes reading the rest of the chapter when I could have just read the summary. I bet I could do that with every single chapter in this book and get exactly the same amount of information. Like all of the book just felt like it was giving examples. And then I checked Goodreads because I was like, what are people saying about this book? I don't I got to know what the general consensus is, cuz this is it's activating my grift radar. And I wasn't entirely incorrect. But anyways, I check what people on Goodreads are saying, and they're like, if you really have no idea how to interact with people, this could be a good start, but I would recommend it's not really going to give you any information that will be lasting. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then my favorite review that I saw was it was like 2 paragraphs, and the first paragraph opened with, I feel like this was written for men. And I was just like, that's an incredibly apt way to describe men that have, oh, we do have a fireplace. Never mind, I'm a liar. But yes, the this feels like it was written for men. It's a very apt way to shorthand uh just how poorly men are socialized, and how I'm going to say essentially the patriarchy wants to keep us away from each other. And yes, I know that using the word patriarchy, many people are going to be like, "Oh my god, are you going to tell me the classic like women's right stuff?" And yes, I do. You have a phallus in your ear? Yes, I'm a feminist. Um but yeah, like of course I stand with women. I think it's important to recognize where, how do I place these things on the table? Am I putting these on the ground behind the table? Is that where everything is right now? I don't think it's on the table. Anyways, continuing. Like the patriarchy. I can use that word, and many people are going to immediately be like, okay, I hate you instantly because you push back against my idea of society. And what I really want people to take away when I say this is, I'm not attacking you because you are the way that you are. Like, I'm not attacking you or really anybody specifically for being the way that they are, unless it's behavioral. And even then, I'm not attacking you. You can change in any moment. You can say, actually, maybe I am not the best person. Maybe I'm not the best me that I can be. Maybe I can be a little bit more open-minded. Maybe I can be a little bit more accepting of people with different beliefs than me. Maybe I can take a little bit more of my time and try and recognize that I don't understand everything that I thought I did. That's what I want from any of these conversations, is to be able to be like, hey, let's work together and have you maybe be a little bit more well-rounded of an individual. But to continue, the patriarchy, aka the powers that be, the social dynamic that we have that exists in its current form, not just because you're a man, you're inherently part of the patriarchy. The patriarchy is the people in charge. I'm going to repeat myself a couple of times here just to make sure that it's clear. The patriarchy are not people that, like men, that just so happen to participate in society. They are not men that, merely exist and try and put their lives together. But if as an individual, I should also clarify, as a woman, you can be pushing the patriarchy's mindset. It's essentially, it's toxic masculinity. It is not masculinity in its inherent form that makes toxic masculinity. It's taking all of the, we'll say, protective and nurturing that you typically have in, like, a good father figure, and essentially corrupting it into control and a you must obey me simply because I am the way that I am. That's where I believe the patriarchy hurts people. Well, we'll say hurts men the most, because by pushing this mindset of, oh, I'm the man, I should be in control, I should constantly push myself to be better. Well, specifically, better than other people. I need to be the best. I need to compete in every element of my life. And that kind of mindset will just leave you drained and unhappy and feeling like you're on that never-ending treadmill of trying to assert control and assert yourself over other people. You will not win every situation in life. That is simply fact. As Picard says in Star Trek, it is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is life. This is a paraphrasing, obviously, because I do not know enough Star Trek to be able to give a full quote there. But I think about that quote pretty frequently. Sometimes the cards you're dealt, you don't win. And that's okay. It's learning how to take that loss and channel it into bettering yourself and bettering the community around you. That really makes an individual. I'm oscillating between wanting to use the word great or powerful. I would say it does both. And I don't mean that in like a, yes, you are great and powerful in your stature and your capabilities, but like being self-assured is a huge element, and also understanding circumstances, very important. Understanding the circumstances in which you stand. Understanding the circumstances in which you find yourself. You gotta be on top of that. What was I saying about the patriarchy? Oh yes, women can be a part of the patriarchy as well, or at least a part of the mindset that pushes the patriarchy by, we'll say, pushing for traditional, air quotes, traditional masculine roles. You can be part of that system and part of that push to, or push for, toxic masculinity. Which feeds into the patriarchy. I bring this up because I read an article last night. I got linked it by a Discord group that I'm a part of. That people had looked at this article by, oh, what's their name? I can't remember right now. Did I actually finish that? I did. Okay. Good. I got linked it last night thinking, I think it talked specifically about heteronormativity. And what was the other term that they used in there? It was heterofatalism. The death of heterosexuality, and I think it's heteropessimism is one of the terms they used. Anyways, it's that the mindset that many women and some men have of like being heterosexual sucks. I wish, and like that sort of push of, man, it sucks being heterosexual. As a member of the queer community, we need to be able to distance ourselves from it as much as possible. We must be more performatively gay. Not saying like any individual in particular has this mindset, but like you do find it a lot in a lot of queer circles of just like we have to distance ourselves from heterosexuality because it makes such a difference in the kind of individual. Like, we have to show that we're not a part of the system. We have to show that we are very other. And I think that there's a certain part of growing up that I spent a lot of time thinking to myself and like figuring out who I am and what I identify with, or at least what I identify with the most. And for a minute there, I did also have that mindset of like, ah, yes, I have to distance myself by being bisexual. I have to distance myself from the straights. They will not understand me, so I have to be my own. I have to other myself. I have to be different. Hang on, do we have life and living on? Nope, that's unfortunate. Ah, yes, the era of television where there was just white noise. Pre-all-night broadcasting. Take me back. I say as a Twitch streamer who was essentially functioning in the same role as that. Was there a generator in this one? I can't remember. Let's go find out. But yes, anyway, pre-infomercial. God. Take me back to the days pre-infomercial. Oh, a TV. Okay. I could be I could multi-stream my VHS tapes. I watched a video once about the history of infomercials. It was wild. I believe that 100%. The history of infomercials, I'm trying to put together any thought process. Like, what would make infomercials in the first place? Most of them, at least from the modern era, were all because of one guy. Oh, God. You know what that makes me immediately think? Oh, good. Was that guy a cult leader? Did he make an MLM? Do tell. Spill the beans. Tell us more about... Ooh, a welder's mask. Tell us more about this infomercial. You know, I'm half tempted to take this wood-burning stove. Got logs. Okay. We know where logs are, so that we can turn that into... We can convert that. We can turn it into planks. His name is Ray Lindstrom. He's been called the Sultan of Schlock. That is a crazy title. Sultan of Schlock. You know, I want to... Can we call me the Sultan of Slop? Can that be my new title? That's me. I'm the Sultan of Slop. Danny DeVito voice. I'm the Sultan of Slop. Worst Danny DeVito impression of all time, but forgive me. The funny thing about that emote and just like the picture in general is just how goddamn, like, it's visceral. I see it and I'm like, that doesn't look like very good soup. I don't feel like that I don't feel like that would be very enjoyable, actually. I hope I'm wrong. For God's sake, I hope that I'm wrong. I would love to have patriotic soup and find out, oh, this is actually delicious. We can hope, though, right? More salt for the piles. Why wouldn't it be good? Doesn't it have like a very specific type of green in it that makes people immediately go, that doesn't sound very good? I thought that looking at the ingredients, I was like, I'm not sure about this one. Really, it comes down to, is the broth any good? Does it have a good broth to cook everything else in? Veggie broth? Okay, you know what? Maybe. I think it's just the color of green that specifically... Sorry, I'm dissecting this. I think it is the color of green that those veg are that makes me think... this is not going to be very good. You don't encounter a whole lot of things that you eat that are that shade of green. Water hydration pack. Okay. Amaranth, spinach. Ipomia? Ipomia. I don't know how to pronounce that. Aquatica. Sweet potato leaves, chard or other leafy greens, mushrooms, and or broth. Okay, maybe it is good. I hope it's good. I would love to be wrong. Hang on, what did... I saw a second bar on the bloody. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Another name for that plant is water convolvulus. The fuck does that mean? Yeah, what the hell does that mean? Who coming out here pulling out words like convolvulus? I'll be real, it does not. It's apparently a type of flower. Oh, okay. Oh, plant genus. Okay. That tracks. MFers out here really be looking at flowers and be like, yeah, that shit's the pussy willow. Oh, that one? We call that the soup of whatever leaves you can find. Okay. That at least makes it a little bit more approachable. It's leaf soup. There are certainly worse soups to have. But yeah, I just can't stop thinking about how much. I should probably start organizing my stuff, huh? I have a ton of stuff just on the ground here. I say while dropping more stuff on the ground. But yeah, people really get a bunch of stuff like flowers, and they name it the wackest stuff that you can possibly imagine. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna name this one. I'm gonna name this one bird. Birds too, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the cock swallowing warbler. Fish, honestly, people who like naming things are weird. You gotta be a special kind of person to be naming things. You know what? Have I have carpentry 2? Do I have any carpentry books? I don't think I do. Let's find out. Skill book? Nope. I'm in the middle of all of it, right? Skill book, skill book. Literature. Yeah, no dice on that one, actually. Well, we'll just go by category then and just toss everything in. At least these. Wait, where? Literature. This should be more than enough. Start organizing now and all that. Oh no, I'm going to run out of space instantly. Gonna need to learn how to make a bookcase. Yeah, people that name things love to name things as whack as possible. It cracks me up. Although if I were given the space tufted titmouse, yes, exactly that. It's exactly that kind of mentality. Mm. Wait, I'm realizing I needed to not throw everything on the ground with that leather. Oh, man. I'm realizing throwing everything on the ground is a bad idea because it despawns. I forgot about that. Well, it just means that we gotta keep things together if we can help it. Just like real life. Is that how that works? I don't think real life despawns anything, which is part of the problem. If we could start despawning the microplastics in our blood, that'd be kind of nice. Socks don't despawn in the washer. Look, I'll +2 you that. Or -1 in this instance. -1 sock, exactly. Losing all my socks just to make my life that much harder. I love losing all of my socks. Although I haven't lost a sock for a hot minute now. I feel like I've been very fortunate in that fashion. Not needed to worry about socks going missing. Our washer is very secured. Nothing's going outside the basket. That's true. You should lose your goddamn holy socks, though. Look, just because you're right, just because you're actually 100% correct in this instance, I need to get replacement socks first, though. Which we should get soon. Don't get me wrong. I just it's the plastics. The sock plastics that make me worried. Makes me not want to get new socks and stuff, you know? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of bookshelves up here too. I can just throw that on the ground. Cotton. Yeah, we should get cotton socks. But I feel like they all are a polyester blend of some kind now too, which pisses me off. I don't want blends. I want pure cotton. I want pure. I want it to be pure, damn it. I want to be able to say, ah, yes, I'm not contributing to the issue of polyester clothings. It's not like I can just go and donate my old holy socks anyways, because those are probably going right into. Sorry, those are probably going right into the landfill, and I don't want to contribute to that if I can help it. At least a little bit. God, it's so hard actually having morals and wants and desires. Why can't I just hate everything? I mean, I kind of I kind of do, but in its own way. In my own way, I should say. I hate the systems that we have in play, really. That's numero uno. We can always change it, though. Or at least, try. What do we have to lose? All we have to lose is our chains, comrades. Etc., etc. Can I just... Why do I have all of the... Oh, why did I put this all in my oven? You in to everything else, and then you out the... Where am I going with this? I'm lost already. Okay, that doesn't take too long. Well, let's take another beef patty and burger. Borgier. Could make a hamburger. A burger with ham, not just a hamburger. Can I just throw my jarred stuff into the freezer? That's not an issue, right? Keep the bun in my pocket. Oh, I need to find... Where's the house with the ammo? Oh, okay, it's over here. There's also the generator there. Good to know. All of this stuff can go in the fridge. Nathan returns. Thanks for the follow. Would you rather itch for 1 day or get tickled for 1 hour? It's my type of humor and silly question. That's a good opener, actually. Rather itch for 1 day or get tickled for an hour? I think I'd rather itch. Getting tickled, like, at some point, I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm done with getting tickled. I'm done with it. Please stop tickling me. I would like to be freed from this circumstance. Both are annoying, but I think I choose itch as I'm bad ticklish. Yeah. I'm not particularly ticklish overall, but I think I'd itchy back. Ooh. Yeah, maybe like, it would suck, but I've dealt with that before. I've had mosquito bites, and it's certainly difficult to not itch. Oh, I can add condiments. Let's go. Most annoying itch would be middle of my back. Most ticklish, my feet. Yeah. I'm not much of a... Like, my feet are not ticklish. I am not a particularly ticklish individual. Had more seasoning salt. I'm lucky. I would say that I'm of moderate luck in this fashion. I kind of lost on everything else with the genetic lottery, but at least I'm not that ticklish. Worse options, worse things to have. Bad ticklish. Like, if you get brushed up against it all, you're like, ooh, you got me a little bit. Like that level of ticklish, or are we talking? Actually think I have tickle trauma from growing up. I'm 23, but it's like a fear. Okay. I'm so curious what circumstances you have to be in to be like, I have tickle trauma. I'm not saying I disbelieve you, but it's just I find it interesting. Seriously. I believe you. It's it's one of those kinds of, I'll say, formative events that you deal with, and it sticks with you. Oh, what's the term? Foundational event? That one that people use? Kind of joking, but growing up, my brother and dad tickled me so cruelly. Funny memories, though. As long as you can look back on it and crack a smile, I think there are worse fates to deal with. As long as you can say, well, as long as you can laugh it off. Become the jonkler, baby. I was being dramatic when I said trauma. Everybody's allowed a little bit of drama. Tis human. I just find it funny. I find it funny the way that just how differently every single family raises people. So, some people are a little bit better at dealing with taxes, and some people fall apart when tickled. I think, unfortunately, I'm in the former on that one. I'm not very good at dealing with my taxes. Wish I were better. Wish I were better with my taxes. Speaking of which, we need to do that at some point, honey. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan, for reminding me. It was bad. Talking, they tickled me until I begged them and I cried laughing. It's like a prank slash joke. Look, as long as they stopped when you were done. I don't have all my infos yet. Oh yeah. That's why we haven't done our taxes yet. Shit. Ah well, one more thing for the inevitability pile. It will get done at some point. Just maybe a little later than we would have liked. But that's fine. NBD, really. I'm slowly killing myself by overweighing myself. Carol crushed by her gear. Colorized. Gotta get it all put away. Yeah, we really need to get all... I wish that we didn't have to deal with taxes taking forever. What a pain. Ooh, carpentry too, actually. Hang on. That's huge. We can actually spend some time and read that. If only there was some way for the government to already know what we owe them and just tell us. If only. It's impossible, though. It's not like other countries do it. No, no other country has ever come up with such a strategy. Why would they? You could just have a third party do it for you, right? Right? I think I'm gonna make a box stack in here. Box stack or two. We gotta put so much of this stuff away. At least for now. Get it put upstairs. I'm trying to think of a thought experiment similar to, would you rather be tickled for an hour or be itchy all day? I think I'm formulating here. Forgive me. Would you rather lose a foot or a hand? I think I'd be okay being down a foot. But losing a hand, that'd be a little bit more difficult for me, I think. I feel like it's an easy... Most people are gonna have the easy choice of like, I think I'm losing the foot. I think I'd rather lose the foot. Like, you walk... Most people walk pretty much every day, right? You know what? Let's take some time and read the carpentry book. I need to spend all day reading it. It's gonna take forever. Oh yeah, I have tea too. Like, you use your feet and your hands every day, but losing your hand, you're like, I'm down 50% of my maneuverability. Like, you can get prosthetics, but it's so difficult to get like properly articulating fingers. Whereas a foot, it's like you obviously need to have toes. I would certainly rather have toes over not having toes. You know, hot take, I know. Hang on. Where earbuds? There it is. Plenty of people get by fine with missing limbs. That's true. That's one of the reasons that I'm like I'm okay with asking this question. It's just it's more of the sudden transition from one to the other that's like, "Oh, okay. This is my life now." Cuz like suddenly being down anything is going to change your life drastically. And I would prefer it's relatively easy to compensate. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But again, the articulating fingers, I would struggle. I don't get me wrong, I would definitely be struggling trying to figure out exactly how to compensate, especially if I lost like my dominant hand. Oof. That would that'd be rough. It would certainly be a difficult transition. Are we still losing? Okay, let's try and lose a little bit of weight. I need to have my characters start getting fitter too. I guess maybe I should turn this alarm off. Okay, let's also disassemble pretty much all of the... Oh, I need a saw too. Let's disassemble pretty much all of the junk furniture in this house, because there's a lot of it. Did I not grab a saw? I swear we did. Yeah, I see it on the ground. Make a shiv. Okay. Just gonna zoom out for that. That's gonna be very loud and annoying otherwise. Okay, never mind. That's a very funny sound. Just speed through it. Machine gun hammer. This should help give us enough planks that we can actually start building some stuff too. Just imagine going through all of your house and being like, okay, well, which of these things in my home could I try and use for... No, not the oak counter. To make a barricade of sorts. What can I do? What can I take apart here that I can use to make blue plastic chair? taking apart all of my furniture just to get the scraps of wood in order to build a barricade to keep my house safe. No one can know we sit. That's why we only have one couch. I also need to barricade the windows. Can we take apart? You know what? Move these into the other. We can disassemble this counter. If we can actually keep the washer and dryer functioning, that would be great. Living in the apocalypse with a working washer dryer? Yes, please. All right, well, all of this scrap wood is gonna end up going in the fireplace. It's at least something. How much can 20? Okay. The handful of nails that we get from this too. Couple of planks. Barricade up our home. At least barricade up our busted out window. Am I not able to barricade this? Do I have to do it through building? Barricade. Planks barricade. Is that actually... Okay, it does. Cool, cool. We'll at least get a little bit of forewarning before inevitably having it all busted down. We can use the bathroom now. And then where are all of our planks? Are we really... Did we really not get that many? How many do we need in order to get started on building boxes? Because we definitely need boxes. Ah, yes. The lady scream. A basic wooden shelf. Container. Nope. Let's look in carpentry. Oh, I don't actually know how to make it. That sucks. Wow, that really sucks. At least we can make a bunch of wall frames at some point. But unfortunately, we don't have the necessary planks for everything. Well, we'll just drop that in the corner. And we'll get our guns upstairs. Put him into some kind of closet, perhaps. Turn it into the gun closet. Who needs a safe? Who has a gun safe in, what is this, 1993? Why would I have a gun safe? I can have my gun closet. Clothes are supposed to go in there? Nah. This is my weapons closet. The armory, if you will. Yeah, that'll all go in there. The rare actually worried about gun safety weirdo. In this year, not at all. No shot. In 1993, I don't think there are really gun safes in this game. I don't think they actually have a model for most of them. Oh, I can disassemble this chair too. Alas, I keep making... Potato tots. I keep making scrap. My carpentry skill, it's so bad. Wait, do we have any woodcraft? I swear we do. We have the cook show, woodcraft episode 3 and 4. Frames and walls, shelves and fencing. Have we already watched these? I'd be surprised if we hadn't, considering we do have shelves and the like. I didn't turn on the oven? What am I doing? Can I disassemble the plastic chair? No. Okay. Well, that's fine, actually. We can have an outdoor living arrangement. Man, we're gonna need a lot of wood if we want to make most of this safe. Maybe do like... I think I'll need to scratch it up. I'm so late for slop-related activity. That's okay. Welcome, Bo. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you're doing well today. Please forgive my tardiness. Well, I am going to have to dock you points for today, but... And you will miss the lecture... You did miss the lecture on the patriarchy, so make sure to catch up on the reading for that. But if you make up for it on the test, make sure to speak to me after class. Twitch streamer professor? Is this anything? Could this be a bit? All right. Who missed last stream? Is this a good bit? Is this anything? Sometimes we have to sit and consider. Is there anything to it? I certainly don't know. The only thing I know is that I'm... Is this anything? Is this shit from ass or is this funny? Chat, is this anything, please? I don't think anything's gonna re-slop the magic of slop. Shit. My best bit is about slop. No one even liked... No one even commented when I said anything about the patriarchy. Shit. Fuck, the best bit is slop. It's bit slop. Fuck, fuck. It's bit slop. It's okay, I can be slop. I am slop and I am free. That's where I land with this. I am slop and I am free. Man, the house looks so empty without any furniture in it, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have destroyed all that, huh? Anyways, I hope that you're doing good today, Bo. Or at least better than you have been. Better for sure. Glad to hear it. One couch is all that's needed. Men really live like this and say it's okay. We really... we really do be living the male living space type home. That's okay. Or maybe now is when feng shui is the most important. Imagine you pull up to your hookup's house and it's like this. Can you have sex in this environment? Actually, okay, minus all of the scrap wood everywhere, I would be like, wow, you're living pretty minimalist, huh? I'd be like, oh, okay. Actually, you know what? This is fine. I've been to people's houses where I'm like, why do you have garbage everywhere? What the fuck? Are you doing okay? John Waters was too advanced worrying about whether or not people have books in their house. She'd been worried about if dudes have furniture or not. You should have been worrying about dudes with one couch, one microwave, and a 6K PC setup. You're so right. Yes. Actually, 100% correct. My entire life is just, Can I move this armchair, please? I would really like it if I could. That's going in the bedroom, baby. This is going to become the workout room. We can have 2 cuck chairs in this house. Welcome to the polycule room. Everything else, that's getting disassembled. 2? Yeah. Look, I don't... 2 cucks should have a couch so they can kiss while they watch, actually. But what if they want to be separate? That's the core element here. What if they want to be separate? What if that's part of the charm for them? Maybe I should probably bring a couch in here, though. You know what? I really need any piece of furniture that I can store things in is not going to get disassembled. I realized that couch was kind of a core part of the feng shui. What do we need for this to be a good zomboid base? That's a good question. I would like to rotate this. Can we have a Jenny? Okay, so you missed this part of the stream, unfortunately. You know how we found that generator manual? Well, because I left it on the ground, it despawned. So we no longer have a generator manual. It despawned. Yep. Yep. That's exactly how I feel. I went through the whole rigmarole and I was like, it was in this house. It was in this house. I left it on the floor in this house. Oh, I left it on the floor in this house. Fuck. Shit. 10 more weeks. We do have 10 more weeks that we can, wow, it's been 2 weeks in game? I hadn't even thought about that. We'll be fine. We'll actually be fine. No, it's gonna take 10 more weeks. Oh, please don't curse me like this. I'm not fucking around this time trying to search for it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just deal with... I'll deal with it. We know where the generator manual is. But if it despawned, I'm just gonna do the grind through electronics. Like, we're gonna go find the book. We're gonna find the electronics books, and then we're gonna start disassembling watches and TVs if I have to. I'm not spending all of the time hunting for that again just to have it despawn. Or just to die. I want to actually work on my base a little bit, you know? I want to make a good little zomboid house. How much does this couch weigh? Please don't break. Yes. 15 each. Holy. Well, let's bring that back home. We will have an extremely Spartan living room, but we're gonna have a nest for a bedroom. The polycule will love it. Oh, do I need to actually... Hang on. Put the couch together. Place. There we go. This bedroom looks cozy as hell. We got 6 different chairs. 6 different places to sit. I want my little zomboid house in my zomboid village with all my zomboids and a big massive bazooka that I kill zombies with. Yes. Now that's the zomboid dream. I was gonna say the American dream, but this is a game made by Europeans, if I remember correctly. Luxuriously large bed for 1 person. Is that a California king? You know, it kind of looks like a California king. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. The Scandinavian dream? The Scandinavian dream to run off into the woods and survive. Survive like you're into wilderness forever. I've only seen one California King IRL. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a California King. I could not tell you with certainty. Yes, you have. Oh. Sister has one. Oh, yeah. A Great Danes definitely need large ass beds. Now that you bring that up, you are 100% correct. I really don't need the desk. Maybe I should grab this radio though. Everything else just gets disassembled. Have I not actually done enough carpentry to... What do I have in building / crafting? Wooden bucket. Oh, please tell me. I can't make rain. Barrel. Rain. Make bowl of brain tan. Oh? I can actually... Rain. Nope. That's bad. I'm gonna need to... That's a little, Okay, well, let's start assembling our planks at least. Taking apart all of the furniture around the neighborhood so I can build a little rickety shack to call my own. Now this is zomboid. Now this is zomboid living. Rain. Nope. Okay, we'll build the wooden wall frame. Now this is the way to get carpentry XP. Just build a bunch of frames that will inevitably get taken care of, but it's gonna be a minute. I also should go grab my nails. Maybe I can get my metalworking up at some point too, and simply deal that way. But yeah, I want to make this. I want to actually make this a long running character. At least if I don't completely beef it, of course, because that is always a possibility. I could very easily beef it. Don't jinx yourself. Look, I'm aware of my physical capabilities. I should just say my capabilities. I'm not the best at a whole lot of things. 100 nails. That'll be good. Unfortunately, I only have a medium-sized canteen to operate out of. Did I start assembling, like, or disassembling everything in this house? Or was I going even further down? I could probably, you know, I am actually going to take this bookshelf if it'll let me. Will it not let me take the bookshelf? Is that too heavy, even though I can one person everything else? No, there we go. I was gonna say, what kind of shenanigans are these? They're not acceptable in my eyes. Anyways, we're gonna have this place is gonna turn into a library. You don't know, maybe it's like our desk. Look, they let us move the couch. One person. I think we can get away with moving a simple bookshelf. Couches are light. You can't move a single couch like a double couch by yourself. Come on. My ass could not move it, especially shitty 1990s couches. I still don't think that's a one-person job, TBH. You can scooch it at least. That I'll agree with. You can definitely scooch it. I'm gonna remove this bandage, right? I don't think we're still injured there, right? Okay. I can make a butter churn. Used to turn milk into butter. Unfortunately, I would love if I could actually get animals. Make a little compound in the city with a bunch of goofy ass animals. See about getting some sheep assembled. I love sheep. I feel like sheep are like the perfect herd animal. They give you your clothing. They give you... Sorry, I know what I'm trying to aim for here. They give you food, they give you milk. They give you all sorts of stuff. They're perfect. Do the zombies leave animals alone? I do believe that the animals are ignored for the most part. I do believe that the animals are not touched by the zombies, or at least, like, are left alone. I don't know if the zombies can catch them. I'd be very sad if not. I would be too. I'd be pretty upset. I think my throat is running on low today. I want more tea. I would love more tea, actually. I would greatly appreciate another dose of tea. I want to actually make it the full stream today. Unfortunately, I think that's doable. On a chef. Thank you, chef. Yes, chef. I appreciate your support, chef. Oh man. Well, let's just disassemble everything. You want lime? I do. I do want the citrus in there. I need more planks, please. Please, let me just get one more plank. Red oak? These people have some fancy ass furniture. Like, they got full wood. Like, heavy ass regular wood. I'm kind of jealous. I'm so used to... I'm just so used to IKEA garbage. It surprises me. Oh, I can make a crate. It just takes 4... Okay, okay. I do think that we need to build a bunch of crates. Do I hear a zombie? Did a zombie chase me? Ugh. You know, while I'm thinking of it, let's go grab the ammo, because I do not want that despawning. That was like an absolutely absurd number of bullets. Oh, all of the bodies are... Most of the bodies are skeletonized. That's good. Let's go grab these. I mean, if you ask nicely, hasn't been that long. Damn, I know. Return to the earth now. Do they decay extra fast or something? I don't know how fast the zombies decay, actually. I don't think that there's a setting that touches the decay time. Or at least I didn't touch the decay time. Beautiful creatures of rancid flesh. Return to Gaia and her offspring. You know what? That's actually incredible. Brings a tear to my eye. They are out in the open. That's true. We did get a fuck ton of rain, too, which would absolutely... Ooh, the generator's here, too. This was a house with a basement, right? Yes, it was. Electrician profession, learnt knowledge, or electrical level 3. Electrical level 3 is not easy. Put this generator in the trunk. Yes, yucky. I can't imagine how just absolutely rancid it must have smelled. Just like an ungodly scent. How much does all this weigh? That's a lot of ammo. Just pure rancidity. It's also because the juices and flesh slowed off doesn't mean it's gone. Kind of be around the skeleton. That's true. Although, depending on how much carrion eaters are in the area and like flies and stuff. That would speed it up. Sluffed. Yeah. Look, I don't know how to pronounce words. That's how it's pronounced. Some words I've only encountered in the written word. So you have to forgive me. Forgive my ignorance, if you will. Like trough. Sloth. Sloughed off. It's a good word, though. It's very evocative. I get a good mental image whenever that word is used. Alright, slap all of the ammo that we just grabbed into our crate. I like words. I like being able to communicate. It's kind of goated, actually. Being able to communicate with others and have them understand what I mean. What a novel concept. Alrighty, I think we're gonna set up the generator in the backyard. Because we're gonna end up making... Yeah, just between these two doors. That'll be perfect. %0 fuel. What does it take to what does it take to... What am I saying here? What does it take to get to Electrician 3? What does it take to get Electrician knowledge? Knowledge. Is my character still losing weight? We'll stick with that, actually. Is there a... Start off as one. Find a TV to dismantle now. Yes, chef. Hang on. Does this house have a TV to dismantle? How much XP do I get per TV? Can I even dismantle it? It takes 3, level 3. That gave me 6.25 XP. We need to get books for sure. We are not going to encounter enough to get to level 3. Because how much does it take to get to level 3? It's 300. That's, what, 50 TVs? That's, I don't think that's tenable. Dismantling CRTs is safe and easy. True. CRTs definitely weren't notorious for killing people with the electrodes. Man, an insane amount of the bodies actually just straight up disappeared. $1.3. Oh my god, it's gonna take a lot of digital watches. Probably resource saving. Oh, absolutely. There were so many bodies here. there were so many bodies here. It probably made the game chug a little bit. The stinky bodies. Thing on the ground that, nope, no watches. Only one watch. Yeah, I don't think... That was part of what I wanted to do with killing all of these zombies, was see if I could get a couple of watches to disassemble. And it's looking like there's not a whole lot... Not a whole lot in that regard. Okay, so I'm thinking next session we're gonna go into town and we're gonna try and get the bookstore cleared out, because we have, if we can get a bunch of books ready for us, then we'll be in a great spot. Because if we can get the electronics books, that'll mean that we don't have to disassemble nearly as many TVs. Because we're in the nice part of town. I don't know if there's enough TVs. I don't know if there's just enough TVs to be able to even achieve our goals regarding that. Let's also cook up a meal. A meal of pork chop. You'll never know till you try. Exactly. But I also want to turn down the amount of TVs that it will take, because it's gonna take a lot of TVs. Rain collector crate. We also want to collect several... We want to make several rain collector crates, just because I would rather have to deal with that than... Hang on, I also have to build stairs. Log stairs. Requires logs? Okay, 13 planks is a little bit more. Log stairs is 3, but it takes an insane amount of rags and logs, which I don't even know if we can get that many logs. Woof. Anyways, I think the plan for... We want to get established with the basic needs sooner than later. And the basic needs are very much water, food, shelter. We already have shelter. We're securing that more and more. Electrical 3. That's not what we need. So we need to get seeds, or like look through enough houses that we find fruits and vegetables that we can actually deal with. Oh, we leveled up cooking. What level is that now? Level 3. Oh, good. It means that it gets easier and easier to make nutritious food. We're still losing weight, though. Anyways, so if we can get the rain collector barrels, it's okay if we have to boil water. That's fine. It's gonna happen. We're probably gonna need to boil water. We have a fireplace for it. We have a propane setup. Oh, I'm punching my microphone. Whoops. Sorry, guys. We will have ways to boil water. And then if I want to, I can plumb it into the sink and it'll be fine too. But that'll require stairs, and that's a good ways off. But let's see if we can get a couple of... Oh, there's a guy over here. Where did you come from? So we need to get seeds. We need to get... The rain collector barrel will also make it so that it's way easier to water plants. So let's get some planks. We'll get some planks for that. Of course. Failed to produce any usable material. Oh, goody. Oh, there's a zombie stuck in the... She's stuck in the cupboard? Little Miss Hubbard stuck in the cupboard. Having her head smashed in by an intruder. So it seems like a couple of zombies are making their way through the area. So we gotta be aware of that. We are making a lot of noise doing all this too. And we are doing it in homes that are just completely torn up. Just a complete mess. Oh, hello. How many more of you are there? Small backpack. You know, I love that this game has the implication that there are kids, but because of ESRB can't actually say like there are children zombies, but they can, the most they can do is like high schoolers. And if there's high schoolers, then there's probably other kids too. Anybody remember those absolutely garbage Resident Evil movies? Hi. That's okay. Thank you. One thing they got right in those just god-awful Resident Evil movies is, what do you mean? You forced me to watch all of them. Of course I remember. I didn't force you to watch all of them. If you said I don't want to watch these anymore, I would have been like, oh, okay, that's fine. But there's a certain joy to be derived, at least for me, in watching just dog shit media. And that is, those movies, those are slop. Those are some pretty definitive slop. I feel like the director is a shill. He's a slop factory. They're so bad, and every following one undoes anything cool from the previous. Yeah, which is probably the most disappointing part of it. Is just like, oh, there's an army of Alices. Oh, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna deal with that? Next movie, they all die. The end. Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. Fuck me for thinking anything cool could happen in this slop factory. It's just very infuriating. As somebody that likes... There's 6 movies and there's 0 continuity. What the fuck is going on here? Do you just get high as fuck and say, ah, yes, this is how I'm gonna... Like, did he just get high as hell every time he decided to write the script for the next one? Because that's not an excuse, that's just downright lazy. It kills any momentum that the movies have. And like, every single one of those movies, there's at least like a moment where you're like, okay, this is at least like fun. I can't say if it's cool or not, but it's definitely fun. At least I found them to be fun. Well, not... Again, clarify. I don't think that they're fun, but I had fun watching some of them. But I'm also an enjoyer of watching just slop movies and being like, doesn't this suck? Only with friends, though. I don't do that. I would not waste my time doing that by myself. Not unless I was a YouTuber movie critic, am I right? At least then how many garbage bags are there? That's a lot of garbage bags for a box of garbage bags. It'll work for me. It's also worth a lot of crafting XP. Carpentry XP, I should say. 93? Ooh, we're pretty... 2 more of those and we're good to go. They even forgot the coin shotgun. I'm pretty sure when I was reading about it, he basically said, I couldn't think of a good follow-up, so I just wrote it out every time. Sorry, I missed that message earlier. What a hack. I don't know how to write myself out of this. It's not even like a corner that they find themselves in. I can't think of a way to follow up on this idea at all. It's lazy. It's lazy and boring and a bad way to go about writing. It's a bad way to go about making a screenplay. Like, come on, guys. You can make good stuff. Then again, Hollywood is full of hacks and slop factories, so... Who knows? Oh, am I gonna have to bust out the windows on this Jeep? Oh, Fox and 9. Oh, they just have a 9mm in here. Okay. Tal W.S. Anderson is not what anyone would call a good writer. What I would consider to be his best movie was not written by him. What would you say his best movie is? I'm curious. Because we've seen a lot of his garbage. I think both of us can safely say we've seen a lot of the garbage. Event Horizon? Oh, yes, actually. Do you think that's what got him the Resident Evil movies? Do you think people saw that and they're like, oh, actually, maybe he's good with horror? My bet would be yes. And then realizing slowly, like, oh, this shit sucks. And then still signing him on for 6 more movies. He might also have not being U-Bowl. I don't know. I think that the quality of Resident Evil and what, Monster Hunter? I think both those movies are actually of a quality that I would say I'd rather watch a U-Bowl movie. What? Look, I'm just saying, I'm rage baiting. And it's working. I'm rage baiting my spouse. No, U-Bowl makes him absolute slop. Remind me, what are some of his famous works? It's been a minute since I've actually ERB poisoning dinner. Okay. You know what? I deserve it. I deserve it for rage baiting in such a metal bandsaw. Oh. Okay. That's actually a huge find for somebody who knows what they're doing. I don't. I'm just here. But yeah, what's the biggest slop U-Bowl movie? I'm curious what the consensus is on that. Ooh, a composter too? Yes. Let's build a composter as well. A chopping block? We can build chicken hutches? Oh! I would love if we could do that. Made an adaptation of fucking Blood Rain. What do you want from me? Look, I'm just asking. It's been a long while since I've heard/seen anything from U-Bowl. You be bowlin'. They're so bad they aren't even funny, and you haven't heard of them. Okay, that's probably for the best, yeah. Made it an adaptation of House of the Dead and Alone in the Dark. The proto Resident Evil. God. Yeah, definitely slop merchant. The guy that you give your franchise if you want him to kill it. Makes sense to me. How hot is my... it's still a little hot. That'll be off stream then. That'll be an off stream consumption kind of deal. I've had a great time this stream though. I hope you all have as well. We're gonna finish out this day in Zomboid, and then we'll probably end up sending you over to... I'll check that in a moment, but I've had a good time. I hope y'all have. I certainly enjoy getting to shoot the shit and hang out with y'all, seeing what everybody has to say. That we're at 53 streams now. That's a lot. That's 53 days. I just keep going with you know what? This character, we're gonna retire early. They've been dealing with a lot. $53 streams at 36k dog residue. Get ready to appreciate Dark Souls 2. Oh man. Get ready to learn how to like Dark Souls 2, buddy. I'm ready for that, at least. Or at least I think I'm mentally prepared enough. Copium. I hope that I'm actually ready. Because that game does not make me feel... I do not feel inspired about that one. I log on to Twitch and I play Zomboid and I say, I'm having a great time. Then again, I did say that I love So Bad It's Good. So, maybe I deserve it. And I know he's notorious for this. How many? That's a lot of calories. 5,000? Sorry, not 5,000. 572 carbohydrates? What the hell? That's a lot of sugar. Anyways, that's going to be the stream for today. Cursed cereal. Yup. Extremely cursed cereal. Let's see. Who is live today? Praise playing Ball X Pit. Bub is playing some Celeste. Bub is back. Oh, okay. Let's raid Bub today. It looks like they're comparing apples currently. So I hope that the apples are good. But thanks again for the stream. Have a good rest of your day, night, or evening. And I'll see you tomorrow.